times 5, and 2 times 0. 2 times 3 is 6, 2 times 1 is 2, 2 times 2 is 4, 2 times negative 2 is negative 4, 2 times 5 is 10, 2 times 0 is 0. And that would be our answer. Now in B, all they did was combine the two ideas together, adding and multiplying by a scalar. Matrices follow the same PEMDAS, the order of operations that anything else does. So we do the multiply first. So if I take the negative 3 in, I get negative 15. I get a positive 6, I get a 0, and I get a negative 12. And then I still have to add that to negative 1, 7, 3, and 2. Negative 15 and negative 1 is negative 16. 0 and 7 is 7. 6 and 3 is 9. And negative 12 and 2 is negative 10. It's that easy. So give it a pause, try these on your own, and come back and I'll work through what the answers are with you. All right, number 1. Negative 3 plus 4 makes a positive 1. 4 plus 0 makes 4. 9 plus negative 5, so we take away 5, makes it a 4. And 6 plus 7 makes a 13. 2, they're both 2 by 3, so 6 minus 5 is 1. 5 minus 5 is 0. 3 minus 5 is negative 2. 8 minus 4 is 4. 7 minus negative 6, so minus negative is plus, it makes it 13. And 8 minus a negative 3 makes it plus, so 8 plus 3 is 11. Number 3, let's check that one out. Let's see. A 3 by 3 and a 3 by 2, those are not the same dimension, so that's undefined. Check out number 4. It's a multiplier, so take 5 times everybody. 5 times negative 2 is negative 10. 5 times 0 is 0. 5 times 11 is 55. 5 times 3 is 15. 5 times negative 6 is negative 30. 5 times 4 is 20. Then let's look at 5. Negative 7 multiplies in. Now when you're multiplying to negative in, it's going to change everybody's sign. So negative 7 times 2, negative 14. Negative 7 times 7 is positive 49. Negative 7 times negative 2 is going to be positive 14. Negative 7 times 3, negative 21. Negative 7 times 4, negative 28. Negative 7 times 5, negative 35. Negative 7 times negative 2, negative makes positive, so that'd be 14. Negative 7 times 7, negative 49. Negative times negative makes positive. 7 times 6 is 42. And last, we got to do both. You can even do them all kind of in one move, so I'm going to do it like this. 4 times 3 is 12. 12 minus 9 is 3. 4 times 5 is 20. 20 minus 7 is 13. 4 times 4 is 16. Minus negative is plus 6. 16 plus 6 is 22. 4 times 2 is 8, minus 5 is a 3. 4 times 0 is 0 minus 2 is negative 2. And 4 times negative 2 is negative 8. Negative 8 minus negative or plus 3 would be negative 5. Just like that. All right, last we got the little word problem, the modeling, real-life situation. Sometimes it's good to organize things into a matrix. It makes it a little bit easier to do basic operations with. So here we have a high school district track and field organization that use the same standard qualifying times for 100-meter run district championships in two consecutive years. The table below shows the number of boys and the girls in 3 class levels who qualified for the district championships in 2 years. So we've got a boys list and we've got a girls list. Organize the data using 2 matrices for 2015 and 1 for 2016. So instead of having 2015 and 2016 in the same matrix, we're going to organize it into one matrix. So we're going to go 2015, and I'll do the boys first. So the boys are 18, 23, 16, and the girls are 21, 22, and 24. That's all of our 2015 stuff. 2016, do the boys first again. Boys are 16, 25, and 12. Girls are 15, 18, and 18. Okay, classes 1, 2, and 3. Then find and interpret a matrix giving the average number of qualifiers in each class and gender. So we got to find and interpret. So to find the average is when you add the things you have up together and then you divide by how many things you had. So if I add these together, so I'm going to add these matrices together. So I'm going to say, I'll write it right here. We got 18, 23, 16, 21, 22, 24, plus, erases that thing right there, plus 16, 25, 12, 15, 18, 18. Now that's adding them together. Now when I add them together, I'm only adding 2 things in each spot. So when I take an average, I add together and divide it by how many I had. So I'm going to add 2 things together. That means I'm going to divide by 2. Well, we didn't really talk about divide by 2. But if you want to divide something by 2, another thing you can think of instead of dividing is you can actually multiply by a half. That's the same thing as dividing by 2 because that line means divide, and that's by how much. So I can take the whole thing and multiply it by a half. So I'm going to have my half here. And 18 and 16, let's see, 28 plus 6 is 34. 23 and 25 is 48. And 16 and 12, 2 makes it 18, another 10 is 28. 21 and 15 makes 36. 22 and 18, 40. And 24 and 18, 34, 6 of that makes 40, and then 2 more is 42. So multiply everybody by a half. So half 34 is 17, half 48 is 24, half of 28 is 14, half of 36 is 18, half of 40 is 20, half of 42 is 21. And that should be a bracket. Matrix close. Then we're supposed to interpret the data. Well, what that means is for class 1, class 2, and class 3, these are your boys and these are your girls. 17 boys qualified on average for class 1, 24 boys for class 2, 14 boys for class 3, 18 girls for class 1, 20 girls for class 2, and I didn't divide that well, 21 for class 3. That's what it means. That's how we reinterpret the matrix that we made. We can remake a chart out of that. That's all there is to it, basic matrix operations.